This is a wee solution now for question 6, part 1 in the maths mock test. It's your solving equations question. I always say to use this wee phrase here, change sides, change signs. So it means that you can change any of these terms here. So you have 4 terms. You can change them from the right hand side to the left hand side or vice versa. Basically what you want to do is get the x's on one side and get the numbers on the other side. And because of 5 x's there, that's the most amount of x's I've got. I have 3 x's here, so that's a smaller number than 5. So I'm going to bring them 3 x's over to the 5 x's. Keep all the x's over on the right hand side this time. And then move that number there, -4, back to the other number 6 to keep the numbers on the left hand side. So I'll move my 3x, as I say, bring that over to the other side. And then I'll also move that -4 and bring that back to the side here. Now if you look at the left hand side, your positive 6 isn't moving anywhere, it's staying where it is, so leave your 6 there where it is. You're bringing that -4 over to join up with. I'm changing from the right hand side back to the left hand side, so if I change sides, I have to change signs, so I'm changing that negative and the plus, so it becomes +4. On the right hand side, I'm not moving my 5x, that's staying there, but I am bringing this 3x across so it sits along with the 5x on the right hand side. So I'm changing from the left to the right, so I have to change the sign as well. That's a nice positive 3x, now it's going to be a negative 3x. So if it's set up now, I've got the numbers to one side and the x's to the other. It really doesn't matter whether you have your numbers on the left or the right, but what makes it easier is if you bring the smaller amount of your letter, smaller amount of x's over to the bigger amount, it means that you avoid negatives. So I'll calculate this now then, that I've got 6 plus my 4, that's going to give me 10. 5 x's, take away 3 x's, I'll leave you with 2 x's. And the whole thing is you have to solve this to get x on its own. So you want that x on its own. You're going to lift that 2 now and bring that back to the other side. So I'm going from right to left. I have to change the sign of this. It's 2 x's, 2 times x. So 2 stuck to x means 2 multiplied by x. So I'm bringing multiply by 2 over to the other side. It's going to turn on the divide by 2. So I'm going to have there now 10 divided by 2. And that'll leave me then with x. So x on its own, 10 divided by 2 will give you 5. And that's your final answer for that one. What I'll do now is I'll do another one on this other side, and I'll skip some of the wordy bits and let you work through that. Right, here's a new one here now then. 2x plus 8 is equal to 7x minus 7. First thing you want to do is move your terms about so that you've got your x's on one side and your numbers on the other. You've the most amount of x's here, you've 7 x's there and only 2 there. So bring them 2 x's over to the 7x. So that means your x's is going to be on the right hand side. Therefore move that -7 over to the left hand side. I'll show you what I mean. Lift your 2 x's and bring it over here. And lift your -7 and bring it over here. So you end up with that. Your 8 hasn't moved at all. I've brought my -7 back. It's turned on the +7. My 7 hasn't moved at all, my 7x. And I've brought my 2 x's across and it's changed from +2x to -2x. We'll sort that out now. 8 plus 7, that's going to give me 15, and that's equal to 7 x's. Take away 2 x's to leave me with 5 x's. What you want now is to get x on its own. So you're going to bring your 5 over to the other side. Remember, 5 x's means 5 multiplied by x. If you bring it over to the other side, it's going to divide. So on the other side, it looks like that. 15 divided by 5 will give me 3. Is equal to x, and that's that one. Have a go at them two again and let me know what you think.